What's up everybody, my name is Ryan Buckingham and today I am in Zion National Park hiking the Narrows, and the goal today is to hike just past the point where I'm supposed to turn around. Apparently there's like a waterfall or something that is difficult to get over. Now people do this hike all the time, but the thing is right now it's January, the off season, and this water is about as cold as it possibly can be. And the question I'm trying to get answered is this much gear enough to make it through? Yesterday I went and purchased some socks that are like wetsuit in nature. I knew that if my toes were freezing there'd be no shot of making it the full 4 miles. And I'm wearing shorts so that I can dry off more quickly. Right now it's about 33 degrees Fahrenheit and there's literally ice on the ground. I'm gonna take you along for the adventure and it should be fun. I'm looking forward to the cool sights that I'm getting to see. I just saw a hiker who was wet, chest deep. I want to keep as many clothes as I can dry, so I stripped down to just this. I might have to lift up my backpack so that doesn't get wet. It has a handful of valuables in there, electronics. Thankfully, I'm not like too averse to ice baths and stuff. And you just sort of have to enter a mindset of, I'm going to be cold. Yep, this is it. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to lift up my backpack and get through this fast. Just gotta control your breathing and embrace it. Yeah. I'm dying. Thankfully the bottom isn't too hard to traverse. I'm like, oh hey, this is not too bad. It's not like super rocky like what it was earlier. I probably didn't even have to take off my jacket, honestly. That wasn't too bad. On the way back, I may for funsies just completely submerge because I'd almost be remiss if I passed up that opportunity. Yeah, I certainly feel the needles of coldness all the way up my legs. My legs are pink because they're so cold. One of the benefits to doing this right now in the winter is it's the off season, and so normally it would be bussin' with people all the way up and down, but because it's miserably cold, so far I've only seen 4 hikers and I should only expect to see about 10 more. So far everyone I've passed up has been like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. When I was a kid, my brothers and I and my neighbor would sometimes walk 2 miles to a nearby bridge in a very small town in southeast Oklahoma. This bridge was as ignorable as possibly could be, but as little preteens, we went down underneath the bridge and then followed the creek for miles, maybe like 2 or 3. We would go down for like at least an hour, but we made an adventure out of it. Like, such a small, ignorable bridge held a lot of memories for us. And I think for me, that's like my first recollection of doing adventurous things. Obviously, I've grown up a lot, and as I've gotten older, the things that I explore also become more intense. Woo! That breeze is making me shiver. I really want to walk walk across this because I need to get to the other side anyway, but I'm just not familiar enough with walking in these boots to know how much grip they actually have. Man, also if I fall in and get all my stuff wet, it's game over. On my phone, it's not quite worth it. I love the way that the sun is bouncing off the cliff and onto the water. Its reflection. I think that's super pretty. I really wish I didn't have to spend so much time just looking down at my feet so that I don't trip and fall. Because really, like, the spectacularness is when you look up. I just passed up a guy who looked down and saw my shorts and said, "You win the toughest guy of the day award." Ah! Almost ate it. That kind of boosts my spirit a little bit. Something I failed to consider up until now is the timing. At this rate, I would be cutting it kind of close to not getting back before sundown. And so I'm gonna kick my pace up a notch or two into high gear, because at this rate I might not even make it up to the boundary that I'm going to cross. So fewer photos, fewer videos, all hiking. Safety first. I started this hike right at noon and it is almost 3. Assuming that the sun sets around 6, I really shouldn't go out much past 3 o'clock, even though I know that my pace on the way back, you know, I just put my hand in bird crap. I know that my pace on the way back would be much faster, so I'm gonna plan on not staying past 3:30. I think that'll give me plenty of time to get all the way back. Let's just keep chugging along. The lighting right now is immaculate because the sun is bouncing off of this huge rock and it's very beautiful. These rocks fell from up there. Seems like it happened fairly recently too. This may seem fairly anticlimactic, but I'm beginning to think that I misunderstood the park ranger. It's not that you had to pass over the waterfall to continue on. It's that the waterfall was off to the side and it was the sign for you to turn around. The waterfall that I am very certain was the sign I passed up a while ago. So right now I am breaking the rules. I don't have a permit to be walking where I am. The anticlimactic part was that it was very easy. In case you don't believe me, this is how cold the water is. Man, this is so nice just to be able to walk on top of it all. Well, this hike has been extremely fun and very pretty. It is, however, 3:30, and so I need to turn around and go back home. I have 2.5 hours to return back to what took me 3.5 hours, and I'm going to need both hands for this. So, see you then. Well, I just made it back. It is now currently 5:50, which I guess I could have given myself a little bit more time, but it is starting to get fairly dark outside. So here are my thoughts. I would highly recommend doing the Narrows in the winter time because the beauty of the Narrows doesn't depend on the weather and there's barely anybody here. However, I would not recommend doing it in shorts and socks and doing what I did. After like the first mile, I seriously considered turning back. My toes were just so frozen. I don't even know how much these wetsuit socks actually helped. I think it might just be because my mountaineering boots are like really beefy. But all in all, I had so much fun. The Narrows is so beautiful. I 1000% want to do this again someday. But for now, I am going to focus on getting warm and dry, and I'm very hungry, and I'm going to go to Little Caesars Pizza and demolish a pizza. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down what you think. Ask me whatever questions you may have, if any. And I will see you next time. Peace out.